Good morning. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, Nick? Good morning. How you doing today? It's going to be a great day. I can feel it's going to be a great day today. Feeling good about the charts. Feeling good about life. Let's take a look at the news events today. Feeling good. Let's see. 10 a.m. Richmond Manufacturing Index. 11 o'clock Fed speaker. 2 o'clock Fed. So yeah, not much today. Not until later. We do have a yen bank holiday today. So if you are trading pound yen, keep in mind it's be lighter volume with a yen holiday. So I probably won't trade it because it's a holiday week, Thanksgiving, and it's a yen holiday, so no thanks. Fantastic. Happy to hear that, man. It is great. It's great. That is great. All right. Cool. Any news events that came out overnight? No. Oh, tsunami warning issued for magnitude 7 earthquake. Oh, dang. Solomon Island region. Oh, geez. Okay, so yeah, no news events that came out. Of course, you had oil yesterday, but whatever. Let's take a look at the Dixie. See what the Dixie's up to today, shall we? I don't think it finished its ascent yet. What we saw was a break out of this consolidation zone. And now we are coming back down to retest it. Never really reached 108. We did reach 108. The high was, oh no, 107.993. Close. Close to 108, but what I was really looking for is like a 108.5 retest. Although we did come into an area of liquidity here. And so now we're pulling back. Want to see how he reacts to this 107.3 that we've bottomed out for the day, the low of the day. We're now retesting the breakout of this previous consolidation. And so we either get a neutral dollar today, as far as we maintain price action above 107.3. And we rally on back towards 108.5. Oh, those are the two scenarios, is what I'm really thinking. We either maintain neutral stance here or we rally towards 108.5. Those are really the two scenarios I see. We could fall off today, but I prefer to see us hold this 107.3 as a retest level to continue up, which would go in line with a weak equities, weak gold. Not really necessarily weak oil because it's been a little decoupled lately. So watching the dollar, if the dollar breaks through these lows of 107.3, probably getting a little bit more of a weakness down to 106.5. So we'll see as the day develops what the dollar wants to give us. Looking at the Dow. Yeah, I looked at the Dow this morning. I was like, hell no, I'm not trading this thing in this range. It is so choppy. Looking at like the 4 hour here, there's no direction. There's no clean levels. This is so choppy. And I figured it'd be like this on a holiday week with lower volume. A short week. Stuck in this range. So until we break out of 34,000 or 33.4, it will not be touched by T-Money. That's me, Tyler. Man, my lips are chapped, dude. This freaking cold weather is killing me. Killing my lips. I feel like I can't speak. All right. Moving on. I feel like I need a stretch. Oh, man. Feeling a little sore today. That's all right. The show must go on. Taking a look at gold. I'm actually short gold right now. So what I'm looking at here. Whoa, not silver. What was that? Oh, it was spacebar. So looking at gold here. Weekly is closed bearish last week. Current week, which, you know, is 2 days in. Yesterday had a nice bearish day. Today we're pulling back a little bit to retest. And we're still maintaining bearish sequence. So we don't know yet if we're going to continue down to retest the 1730, 1728 and stay down. Or if this was just a retest and now we're going to continue higher. And I'd like to see a bullish dollar today, so kind of goes in line with the gold shorts. Top of the morning. Good morning, William. Hope you're having a great day so far. Yeah, so looking at gold here, gold has been maintaining these descending highs, and we're now in line with that trend line on the 1 hour. Little easier to see from the top here on November 16th to then November 18th to then today. You retest it, skip a day, retest it, skip a day, retest it. And now this is the third retest, so this is going to be interesting. Do we break through, retest, and then continue higher? Or is this a rejection to then continue back down towards lows and give us another retest of this move on November 10th? So that's what we're keeping an eye on here. 30-minute, last 30-minute closed as a doji, pretty weak. 15-minute closing with consolidation here, struggling. It's kind of like a nice battleground for it. 1750 is the area that we had retested and rejected at this trend line here. So I am short literally at this retest. As we are retesting this trend line, this is kind of the way I like to play it is I do a tester position, a feeler position at the area that I'm looking to short at. And then once it confirms, I'll add another entry. And so my confirmation will probably be off the 30-minute or the 1 hour bearish closes. So we'll see. Going to be patient. Hopefully the 1 hour, so we can get a 30-minute bearish close and another 30-minute bearish close to confirm we have resistance and rejection. Then we'll head down bearish 1 hour. So well, we'll see how it plays out. But I'd like to see shorts here. If we do break and retest, then I'll look for longs. Again, 1748. And then we'll look for rallies back up towards highs if that's what the market wants to give us today. But we'll see. We shall see. I do overall think that metals will be decent buys. I just don't think yet. I just didn't think yet because if you look at it, we had a nice head and shoulders here. Broke down. Coming up to retest it now. Retesting this area. And now I'd expect it after a retest to start rolling over and looking at the Fibonacci's here. This was a valid lower high. So moving our Fibonacci's, we're now sitting at the 38.2, 50% retracement of this most recent leg down here. So an area I'd like to sell at. Looking for a pushback down towards 1725. All right, we'll come back to gold in a little bit as it's setting up. Taking a look at oil here. Weekly chart running into some exhaustion here. This move yesterday was pretty wild, and it was just the easiest trader. I played it perfectly. So if you take a look at this move on oil yesterday, move down here based off of OPEC saying, oh, we're going to consider on our next meeting a 500 barrel per day hike, production hike. Right? That's what I moved down on. And I said, look, they're going to consider it, but I promise you, it's going to retrace that move because A, the decision won't be made until December 4th. And B, they've done this before. Oh, we're going to consider this. Just kidding. No, we're not. I don't know what they're talking about. So I started accumulating shorts in here. Longs in here. And then it retraced fully back to the scene of the crime based off of OPEC coming out and saying, hey, guys, I don't know where that came from. That's a rumor. We're not considering a production hike. Yeah, I don't know what that was. So, yeah. That was the easiest trade ever. Yeah. But now looking at the overall move, seems like oil's ready to rally back out of here. Had some nice exhaustion and dip buying going on in this pretty strong 76, 77 support area. Had a lower wick. Now we're breaking through yesterday's high. And every time we leave, and I talk about this a lot, how does price react at certain, or I guess how does price action react to certain price points here? And so I like to draw take a look at this orange line here. 77, strong move up, right? We're gonna get back and take a look, see how 77 reacts to the charts here. Okay, I mean a backside of 77, strong move down. After we reclaimed 77, retested, strong move up to, let's say, 85. See if there's any other, okay, backside again, strong move down. Move down, trying to find a way on the move up to reference where we're at now. 77 here, strong move up. Here, again, double bottom, pretty similar to certain price action, strong move up, strong move up. So 77, as you can see, very strong pivot point on both sides. So we can expect oil to have a nice, at least to move up, to, I don't know, 92. Just maintain this consolidation here. So oil buys are in play. I like buys. I had liked buys, I guess, right around here as we were finding some exhaustion and support at 80.50. Nice strong hourly close. And so I guess any retest of VWAP could be bought for a continuation. So I'd continue, or I guess I would watch oil here as we retested 80.50. This zone for a dip buy to run towards 82.74 for the day. Looking like a mirrored action here. I'm looking for something like this. Yeah, I did not just draw a penis. I swear. Looking like a nice mirrored action here. So looking for a continuation towards 82.74 for the day. So if I can get a retest of 80.50 on oil, I will keep an eye out for potential long. Add alert. Cool. Gold still trying to reject. Last 15-minute closed just in this consolidation here below this trend line. And so now let's see how this 15-minute closes. If we close a week and maintain this rejection here, I'd like to see it close again below, and then I'll consider another position as we start breaking through this march up. So looking for gold shorts, oil longs, and it sounds a little weird going for the opposite there, but like I said yesterday and today, oil's been decoupled from its typical fundamentals as far as how it relates to the dollar. So not too worried about that right now. And pound yen, probably not going to trade this today because we have a yen holiday. Taking a look at it anyway, seems like we could potentially be continuing up here back towards highs. What I'd like to see is something what I just drew is we have this nice flag down, or I guess nice consolidation channel down here, broke through, retest 166, 200, and then march back up towards highs. And that would give us somewhat of a inverted head and shoulders, break the neckline, rally back up towards highs. So retest. So I'm not going to trade this today. Probably going to set up maybe tomorrow, but if I can get a retest of 166, 200, maintain this ascending trend line here, then I will look for a swing back up towards highs. But like I said, not trading pound yen today. Mainly going to be watching gold, probably. Looks the most appealing to me today. What is the Dixie doing? Dixie finding support here, bouncing off. I'd like to see a nice continuation there. Oh man, yes, my lips hurt. Wow. I need to get my charting game up. In regards to what exactly? Like not understanding the flow of price action, not understanding where to find like liquidity areas, support and resistance, Fibonacci's, your trend lines. Like, what do you need help with? Because while I wait for these plays to work themselves out, I'm more than willing to go over some charting techniques with you. And how long, two other questions. How long have you been trading, and are you a swing trader, day trader, scalper? That also makes a difference. and what pair or commodity do you trade? Because it'll be easier for me to chart on what you trade, so you can get a better understanding on how I go through my chart markups. Liquidity and supply and resistance. Cool. No, I'd love to go over that. What do you trade? Gold, pound yen, oil, pound USD, USD, JPY, any pair. I want to go over what you trade so I can give you a better understanding on how to go through. Because once you get the hang of it, your eyes just kind of find the liquidity zones, the support and resistance, the exhaustion zones. Let me know what you trade and I'll go over it. One minute left in the 30-minute close and 15-minute close. I can see if we can get some rejection here. Nice close and rejection on the 15 and 30-minute. Strong close, strong weak close. So I'd wait for one more either 15 or 30-minute close. If we can close below 1747 200, then I'll look to add to my position. So we'll see. Okay, so you're trading stocks. Laser, Apple, Netflix, Crocs, Roku, a few more. Gotcha. Well, all right, let's go through it anyway. I'm going to start with Apple just because it'll be the easiest to explain what I'm talking about, and then I'll go through the others because Apple just has a lot more movement and liquidity to it. Let's remove drawings. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. All right, let's take a look. So first thing I typically do is look for, where are big big wicks, where are pivot points, and which direction is price likely to move in. So one thing is, all right, here's an area where we have a decent amount of wicks, right? We have a couple of wicks here, a wick here, and it's also a pivot point. So this is going to be a strong area of liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity around this area. It's where a lot of exhaustion was, where a lot of sellers soaked up the buyers in here. So this is going to be an interesting area to watch, right? And then what's the overall, trend now? We have the high here, swing high, swing low, swing high. I think these are more or less equal lows here. Yeah, equal lows here. And now, so what you want to keep an eye on here is, since it came up, here these equal lows, and since this most recent rally, we've failed to reach the most recent high point. We were sitting in this, so let me remove drawings. We were sitting in this consolidation point here. And so you'd expect to trade it as a consolidation. But since we didn't reach this previous high and we stalled here with a lot of, exhaustion, it's like a wall. And we started pushing down. You can expect now price to come down and move back down, and bears are now stepping in. And so looking for like liquidity zones, this is a strong area here. We have equal lows. It's like a wall, three different candles, stops there. If you draw it over, again, big area of liquidity, a lot of wicks. So you want to keep an eye on, where are the big wicks at? How does price react to that? How does price action react to that price point? And so like, there's not much liquidity in moves like, right here, because it goes right through, it goes right through, it goes right through. So this whole zone here, not a lot of liquidity, and it typically doesn't hang out in that area for too long. And so now what I'd expect is price start moving down. Oh, we're reaching an area of liquidity. We're going to either stall, grab liquidity, push back up, or continue to lower. So you got to understand the flow of the market, how price reacts to certain levels. Where are the big wicks? Where are the pivot points? And so like Netflix, so this is interesting, right? So if you take a look at Netflix, we have, let me replay it and it'll be easier to understand. So we have this liquidity zone in here, right? We have a bunch of wicks. We have a lot of wicks. We've hit like a wall of selling here. And so what I'd expect is, now that Netflix came down and retested this breakout point, we're going to at least head right up to these wicks. I'm either going to reject it and then push lower, break the high, grab the liquidity that's sitting above this and continue lower, or break the high, retest it and continue. And so moving Netflix forward here. Okay, so now this is what I'm looking at. Netflix is above. So we're either going to break back below, close below, and this was a nice liquidity grab, and we're heading back down to lows here. Or we're going to maintain the consolidation above it and then continue higher. Boom, Netflix gap below. And so now I'd expect it to maintain resistance here and head back down towards 260 area, back towards this neckline, because this was a nice grab of liquidity where a lot of wicks were sitting, where a lot of exhaustion was, where a lot of sellers were. Knock those sellers out back below. And so this should be a lid here. This 300 should be a lid for Netflix moving forward. And so anytime Netflix is in this area here, I'm looking to sell and knock it back down. When we talked about Netflix last week, that play went crazy. Yeah, technically it was beautiful, right? We're going for this gap fill. Broke above this neckline here, this resistance. Retested it. And now, you know, it was a nice anticipation for a strong rally. Again, you want to keep an eye on these wicks and how price reacts to it. Broke above, closed back below. It's a liquidity grab right there. Taking a look at laser. All right, so obviously you have this support area here. A lot of wicks, a lot of exhaustion, a lot of rejection. So it's going to be a line in the sand for laser. You've been maintaining these higher highs here as laser's been creating these equal lows. And so now you can expect it to either create another equal low and push higher, or it's going to finally maintain a higher low and then break structure here and continue higher. And so one thing I'm keeping an eye on here is this whole area doesn't seem too significant because we keep breaking highs. There's no real strong pivot point. And so what I'm watching is I'm going to be keeping an eye on this rejection here and this rejection here, because as we start breaking through structure, we start retesting these points of intersections. And price reacts to these levels pretty strong, right? This whole area here, strong move down, strong move down, strong move down, strong move down. And so now after we have those strong moves, these strong legs down, we have price reacts, right? Price reacts. And so now anywhere in this area here, I'd look to pick up some laser longs for a similar move, strong leg up, you know, strong leg up. So I'd look for a multi-day run in laser as it approaches this area of contention right here. Price dips into this consolidation, strong move up, right? So but I don't know, that's why another reason I don't like trading stocks anymore. I like the continuous market and like commodities and Forex. It's like it's easier to flow with price in the market. You don't have gaps all over the place and, you know, random open and closes and wicks, and it's just, I don't know, it just seems more, you know, more like market flows better in commodities and Forex because it's a continuous market. So a little tougher. But look, if you join our Discord, we have a lot of stock guys in there who would love to help you out. Yeah, the last week or two, but if you keep an eye on the way price is actually moving, creating these higher highs, it's telling a story, right? And you can expect a continuation stronger. I want to learn how to trade SPX. If you don't learn how to trade the indices, I can help you with that because I trade indices. Or if you join our Discord, Mike trades indices. We have a couple guys who trades indices in there as well. But yeah, I mean, I trade indices. I trade commodities. Those are my two main traders. So I got you on that front. A little bit more of a different trader, but I think it trades better. I think it's better to I think it's easier to trade indices than stocks, but that's just me. Gold's moving down, starting to reject this zone here. Yeah, join. I appreciate it. Look, it's a lot easier for me to flow with the indices and commodities than stocks. I'm going to be completely honest with you. So if you're looking for stock advice, I'd ask some guys in the Discord. A lot of great smart guys there. If you're looking for indices or commodities advice or how to flow with the market and find exhaustion zones and liquidity zones, I got you on that front, because that's what I've been solely trading the last few years, and I've learned to do really well with it. So look, I know, I started as a retail trader. I've been through the whole process of, ups and downs and navigating the markets, figuring out where my niche is, and then trading for hedge funds. So I know the process, and I think I'll be able to help you really well. I mean, if you take a look at gold, like a good example here for gold and why I shorted is because you have these highs here. Let's replay. You saw this nice wick above these highs, close below. That's an indication that there's this area here is met with a lot of resistance, a lot of sellers, a big liquidity zone here because there's a big wick above these highs, and it was met with sellers. There's a lot of liquidity in this zone here of rejection, and so I sold on the retest here, expecting it to maintain resistance and not break. And you can see that it's been a strong area. Again, after we broke through, we couldn't break back above, and we're met with that wall of sellers there. So that's kind of the idea behind the sells. Not only that, but it was met with a strong area, this trend line here. It's flowing with this market structure as far as these descending highs, leg down, leg up, met with resistance, leg down. And I also trade the Fibonacci's, sitting at a nice 50% retracement. So trading is very simple. People try to make it really complicated using 1,000 indicators, trying to do some special, banker's method or whatever. If you can understand an anatomy of a candlestick, why it forms the way it does, how market breathes, how it flows, where the wicks are, where the pivot points are. I use a naked chart, as you can see. I just have this indicator on as aesthetics. But if you can master the flow of market and the anatomy of a candlestick, you'll never have any problem trading any market. But give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Nice rejection here on gold. If I can get the 30 minutes to close weak like this, what I look for is a wick up to retest 1747. Add there, look for a dump. Strong pivot point here. Strong area of rejection and contention here. Nice close below. Should see a nice move down. I'd love to see a 1 hour bearish engulfing. That'd be ideal. Below the 1747.5. We had a nice retest this trend line, break of highs, engulfing back below. Feel this move from London session. Continue lower. Honestly, I wouldn't expect any type of bounce in Coinbase. I mean, if you see what's happening in the crypto market, Coinbase is next eventually, right? I mean, yeah, you know, you're seeing all these brokers going down in flames. You know, Gemini is soon to be next, and then it's gonna be what, Binance, then Coinbase. The whole crypto industry is exploding right now, and so you're just going to continue to see Coinbase get knocked down and become weaker and weaker. And you have Bitcoin in the 15,000 range starting to break lows here. No one's participating in cryptos right now, obviously. And so Coinbase should start breaking these lows here and head lower. I mean, there's open air. Yeah. I think it's these lower prices. A lot lower prices. I don't know what bank is buying low in Coinbase. The only person that's catching a falling knife in Coinbase, I think she's in it, is Kathy. I mean, look, no one. I don't know what kind of bank is saying, hey, this looks like a good buy. The government doesn't like crypto. All these crypto brokers are going bankrupt and exploding. Or, you know, the whole entire market is getting exploited with their inefficiencies. Oh, but you know what? Let's buy Coinbase low. I don't see any thesis in that, to be honest, but who knows? If I was a bank, it's like catching a dumpster fire. It's like fucking buying a dumpster fire that's already on fire. I don't know. Talking about crypto period? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, it's never going to be a sustained market, a sustainable market, unless the government has its hands in it and it starts getting regulated. Once the government accepts it, and you know, banks start using it, yada yada, sure, great. But it's just crypto has its waves, and if you take a look at the way it moves, is, you know, you have a big rally, it dumps, right? Big rally, it dumps. Big rally, it dumps. And now it's just smaller rally, dumping, dumping. So it's just kind of the way the crypto market moves. You don't think banks are already in crypto? No, I mean, I don't know why they would be, because there's nothing that will back their crypto holds. And like the banks, you know, they're going to have to get bailed out, or they're going to go fucking down under and bankrupt once crypto goes all the way back down. I mean, I know big hedge funds are like MicroStrategy, Tesla, you know, big players, El Salvador, but they're all underwater by billions. And they're massively underwater right now. And so soon they'll have to get bailed out. So, I mean, if banks are in it, good luck. And I hope my money's not with them, because they're going down with crypto. Until crypto is regulated, I don't think many people are going to participate in it, as far as banks and you know, regulatory firms and whatnot. But wouldn't make any sense for them to be. Gold, 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left in the hourly close. Nice potential big bearish engulfing. If Bitcoin goes back down to 8 to 12K, I might load the boat. Yeah, it's very likely. Very, very, very likely it goes down to 12K. Very, very likely. Yeah, I mean, if you look at like the monthly chart, and I don't really use moving averages, but I have them on there just as like a guidance. You know, last time we came to the 66, big dip buy right in here. A lot of exhaustion, big dip buy, and we're now massively below it, below this big area of rejection, below this previous 2018 pivot point. And so we haven't seen really structure like this, right? We've never really seen, you know, a big close below a pivot point, you know, no really big close below a rejection area. And now on the monthly here, we're seeing potentially, 8 days left, a big close below, and we'll start just melting down to 12. So I think there's no doubt in my mind that we go down to 12. And yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea to dip buy some in there. I'm just saying, you know, teeter in. As we hit 12, maybe I'll buy some. As, you know, as we hit 8 to 10, I'll look to buy some. If we hit 6, this liquidity area here where this big wick is, a lot of dip buying, then I'll look to load the boat. But I'll start tearing in as we hit like 12 and 10, you know, and whatnot. But once we hit 6, then I'll be loading the boat. But again, crypto, you know, it's not going to be a sustainable market, and you might just get a one-time move like this again before it then dumps back down because the government doesn't want it up unless they have their hands in it and they're making money and they're regulating it. Alrighty. Minute and a half. Oh, jeez. Damn Nightbot. Sorry, Will. Damn moderator. I got you. I didn't get a chance to see what it said, but I'm sure you had some emojis in there I didn't like. Alrighty. Hourly close. Good. Nice rejection. Nice big bearish candle. Rejection of these highs here. So any type of retest. I mean, we have one big area of liquidity here. We have all, you know, all these wicks, all these wicks, all these wicks. So anywhere in this zone, I'll look to add to my short. Watching for this potential head and shoulders here. I'm going to look to add to my shorts. All right. Just added. So we'll see if we can maintain rejection below this 1747, 1748 area right in here, which is where we're approaching right now, this rejection area. My stops, I'll be just watching how we react if we come up back towards these highs of 1749, 1750. I never have hard stops. I always have open stops and just have a mental stop loss because, I mean, it's nowadays, you know, everyone's, banks and brokers and everyone's looking for your stop. So I never put hard stops. I always have mental stops. But you got to have enough discipline to actually get out at that mental stop. But I like to have it because I like to see, and maybe they run these highs and stop people out and then come right back down. And so that's why I have a mental stop, just to watch how price reacts in that area. And so my average position is actually sitting right around this blue line here. And I'm looking for an overall dump back down even to these lows right in here. $8.20 is COMEX open, so nice rejection and a retest of these highs here. See if we can start getting this baby to roll over. Nice exhaustion candle there. Oil still hanging out, waiting for oil to come back down to 80-60 area so I can grab some longs. Little slow today though. Not really liking the way it's moving. Seems like it might have a day of rest after this nasty day yesterday. See what the Dixie's doing. Dixie's just kind of hanging out, not doing much. Indices, Dow's popping a little bit. S&P. Oh, S&P. This is really interesting here. Had these nice descending highs, wedging right into it. Just broke and retested this morning, and now we had a nice bullish engulfing. Equities could have a nice potential run in here back towards like 39.90 area. Gold, nice rejection in gold here. Nice retest. Starting to roll over a little bit. Once we break through the 1746 right here, this neckline, it's going to have a nice acceleration in it. And COMEX open should give us a nice continued push down at 820. Seeing a lot of buying pressure at the 1746 area. So once it breaks below, I mean, you saw a lot of exhaustion and sellers knocking right back down. So it's just, I think it's bound to break down. It's just you're seeing a lot of pressure in it. It's just we're met with some support here as well and some buying. But it seems like the sellers are a little stronger than the buyers right now. You had that nice 30-minute bearish candle, 30-minute second bearish candle confirming resistance. And this 30-minute candle came up, retested resistance, confirmed resistance, and started selling from there. So seems like we have confirmed resistance here, and we're going to start selling off once we crack the 1746. Trade sitting something like this. It's right around here. I overall think that we're going to get a move back down towards these lows around 1736. But I want to keep an eye on this most recent higher low point here. And that'll give me a nice 3-to-1. So we're going to keep an eye on this area here for potential take profits. Nine minutes left until COMEX open. Five minutes seems like it's about to start rolling over here. 50 seconds left in this 15-minute close. Would be ideal to see it close weak below 1746. This nice rejection wick to continue lower. Nice close. Nice strong bearish close below this neckline here. Should start seeing a nice sell-off. See how COMEX open moves gold in the next 2.5 minutes. Oil, still just chilling. Haven't got my retest yet, so looks like this may be my only trade of the day. I knew this week was going to be a pretty slow week. I'd expect gold to start pushing into this area here of rejection, even looking left. This is a strong area of rejection in the past. Nice pivot point, and that's where we had this nice rejection wick here. So we're pushing up into it now into COMEX open in the next 50 seconds. And I'd expect it to maintain rejection here and start rolling back over. So ideally, right in this zone here, 1747 is where we see that rejection on COMEX. And then it starts rolling over. All right, COMEX open. See what it's got for us. Yes. All right. Yeah, uneventful. So, yeah. Just chilling. Just chilling. Letting this thing work itself out. But I'm going to leave it at that. This is my last trade of the day. I guess only last trade of the day here. I'm just going to let it play out. Again, just watching the break of these highs as my stop. I'm averaged in around this 1747.60, this blue line. And my take profit sitting at these lows right at 1740. So we'll see what happens. Just going to let it do its thing. COMEX open finally seems like it might be rejecting this zone here as we start pushing back down with these rejection wicks. So I like it. Looks good. And we'll just kind of let it do its thing. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Will. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today. I'll be on here again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's gonna be my last day of the week because Thursday's Thanksgiving, Friday's half day. Not gonna trade Friday, so I'll be on tomorrow, and that'll be my last day before the holidays. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Hop in that Discord room. It's in our description of our most recent videos. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys. Peace.